doesn't fall your way, but just to stick with it and just continue to build our game and now get the results. It's good. So I thought for 40 minutes, we're bang on. These games are hard to kind of carry over, especially in the third. So a few things to clean up there, but that's always a good thing. Vibes are high. It's an important homestand for us. We understand that. Just got to get ready for the next one now.
So for you weren't necessarily playing every game. You play, get hurt. You miss 4 games. So how do you sort of do that in the first third of the season?
I mean, it's the NHL. You can't take a single day for granted. Especially, you said, you're going to be able to line up whatever happens. But when you get the call, you want to be able to do a job. I know what I can offer and how I can help a team win. And I was glad to just kind of take that next step tonight. Doesn't matter, if you're limited your minutes are limited or whatnot. You still want to make the most of your opportunities. And a lot of that for me, like I said, it's face-offs, defending, penalty kill. But I do have some offensive side as well, so to get some confidence, and especially the line too. You can see we're making plays, we're looking for each other, and something to build off.
A little off the beaten path here. Leon was talking to Matt Savoy on the bench. It's a 5-0 game, and but he's giving it to him on the bench a little bit, right? Like just pushing for more. What have you observed about Connor and Leon in particular about the way that they push others and try and get more out of others? And has Leon done that with you at all?
Of course. I mean, we're always pushing each other, but those guys are definitely the bus drivers. Like I said, games like this, they're tough. You want to continue to stay to your identity and push, but sometimes the game loosens up a little bit here and there. But we know what we're working towards. We have a lot of kinks to work out, just kind of how the beginning of the season has started. So, like I said, every shift's important. There's learning curves, and we can't be content, complacent, anything like that. And I think that speaks to the character of those guys. Wanting to be the best in the world, and the work they put in. It's practice games, really pregame skates, everything they do, in the gym, and a lot of the stuff behind the scenes that you guys don't see. It's pretty remarkable, and it's fairly easy to follow suit because you want to be a team, be bonded.
You've been through lots. When you first broke into the league, you probably thought first round pick it's going to be clear sailing, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
And then you played on a lot of different teams, so not playing every game, probably thinking, well, this is a story of my kind of career. It's not like I haven't been through lots of stuff.
I've been through almost everything in this league, and I love it. It's not easy. It's the NHL. It's the best league in the world, and the ins and outs of the seasons, the travel, the games. There's no easy games in this league. For myself, it's how can you stay relevant? How can you make a difference? And how can you keep on going? I'm 30 now. I'm old. I said, breaking in as a 19-year-old, the game has changed so much. And I think for myself, it's just kind of adapting with the game, understanding, what I can carve out into a role, how I can get the trust from the coach, and just contribute any way I can.
At what point in your career did you say to yourself, I'm not going to be the offensive player I was in junior?
Yeah, honestly, I can probably go, the year I spent in Stockton, the American Hockey League, when I got moved to Calgary. So it was that year 3, 4, whatnot. I needed that year. Probably should have had it when I was 19. And again, the rule wasn't in place. But like I said, you can kind of complain and say, well, I should be in the top 6. I should be in the power play, this and that. But I kind of flipped the script and said, if I'm not going to get that, let's be the best bottom 6 player I can be. Play with energy. Be good on face-offs. Be a reliable guy on the penalty kill. And I love that challenge, going against other teams' top units and whatnot. And it's fun too. It's usually a job that doesn't get a lot of recognition, but it's very valuable, and every team needs those guys.
But lots of young guys won't do that. They still want to be the player they were.
Don't tell them the secret. I don't really have a job anymore.
No, but they just won't. The coach can tell them, look, if you want to stay in the league for 10, 12 years, you have to change the way you play. And they just still want to work on the things that they're good at and don't want to work on the other stuff to change the way they play.
Yeah.
Or am I wrong?
No, everyone has a different path and whatnot, but I want to play in the NHL. I want to win a Stanley Cup. I want to be a part of this team, and continue to build with these guys and have success every step of the way. And I think the top 6 spots are kind of taken here. But like I said, you do what you can, and those are rewarding. You guys get up for guys that block shots, that play strong on their defensive end and whatnot. And a lot of the stuff, I said, it's kind of that foot soldier mentality, the stuff that gets overlooked by a lot of people, but they're valuable because when push comes to shove, when you start playing for keeps, it's all hands on deck. You need everyone.